And we are live. Good morning, Crypto Warriors, and welcome back to Jim into Crypto, episode 739. Today is Thursday, June 10th, 2021. I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
Today's top story is Elizabeth Warren compares bogus crypto to legitimate CBDCs in Senate hearing. Proposed New York Bitcoin mining ban watered down to allow green projects. El Salvador's president wants to build volcano-powered crypto miners. Bozen pays record $704,000 for a Decentraland plot to create a virtual mall. And Coinbase coin stock hit with underperform rating by investment bank Raymond James. But first and foremost, what's going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So taking a look at our prices for today, Bitcoin is $36,397. Ethereum at $2,566 is up 0.8%. Binance Coin at $366, up 3% today. Cardano coming in at number 5 at 158 is up 0.05%. Dogecoin at number 6 is at 33 cents, up 3.6% today. XRP at 87 cents is up 4.29%. Polkadot at number 9 is at 21.97, up 6.3%. And last but not least, Uniswap at 24.19 is up 8.2%. And I'm telling people, Solana 11 will probably be in the top 10 this week. So shout out to a lot of the new developments in the space. It's a good time. It's going sideways to accumulate, definitely.
All right, shout out to these warriors. Going on, Miriam, JBSE, Notes from Jew, Dallas Pipes, Lift Hunt Game, Chemo and Crypto, Fanteezy, Lisa Lee, Somo Vid, DC. Good morning, everyone. Dallas Pipes, what's going on? So I still know what internet computer is. You know that makes two of us. I've been trying to figure that out. Name the Dream, what's going on? Peace, Black and Mild and watching. There we go. All right, top story of the day. Elizabeth Warren is in the news. More government. She compares bogus crypto to legitimate CBDCs in Senate hearing. She said the threats posed by crypto show that Congress and federal regulators can't continue to hide out, hoping crypto will go away, said the Massachusetts senator. To me, that statement alone says a lot. It's the fact that they've really been ignoring it, which we said before, which in itself should be illegal and corrupt since your citizens are using it and want you to use it. But again, she kind of goes into digital currency and what she calls legitimate digital public money, as you can see here, saying it can help drive out bogus digital private money, including things like Dogecoin as an example of many cryptocurrencies' volatility, making them unsuitable as a medium of exchange, in her opinion. She also tried to call out pump and dump schemes. She said crypto is a lousy investment. Again, that statement in of itself, I can't believe you would actually tell people again, something that we see go from $1,000 to $66,000 in what essentially 4 to 5 years is a lousy investment. That's just Bitcoin. Not even talking about some of these other assets. So still can't believe they're toting that argument. As I'm reading this, she's actually slowly becoming the dino of the day. And again, she wanted to talk about cryptocurrency, saying it has created opportunities to scam investors, assist criminals, and worsen the climate crisis. The threats posed by crypto show that Congress and federal regulators can't continue to hide out, hoping crypto will go away. It won't. It's time to confront these issues head on. So again, this is Elizabeth Warren talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. What are your thoughts on this article?
Oh, Jesus Christ. So Elizabeth Warren with the go along, get along gang. This is how you know who their bosses really are, because Elizabeth Warren and Trump were fighting each other tooth and nail in politics, quote unquote. But they both agree that Bitcoin is bogus, or that it's fake, or that it's a lousy investment. I wonder why they think that. And of course, the environmental stuff, they won't get government subsidies if they don't have some environmental protections. And then also, too, we said this, there's going to be a terrorist attack that they blame on Bitcoin, but it was so sloppy, they can't really get away with it, because now they're talking about ransomware being the catalyst for cryptocurrency, even though ransomware has been around 30 years before crypto was even invented. So a lot of FUD from her this morning, and she is definitely definitely should get that dino of the day, because again, like you just said, as soon as you say crypto is a lousy investment, it's like, yeah, I don't know who you're talking to, Elizabeth Warren, but it's definitely not. And of course, we know Bitcoin going forward, it's already a country with it as legal tender. It's not slowing down.
Yeah, need to give her that loud roar for sure. She is a dino of the day. Oh, there it is. And I hate to do it because, listen, I know, it's definitely a mindset, people. I want to start off as a mindset. I'm not trying to be ageist because I've seen some of your comments before and then you all come back and delete them. like I give either way it goes. But I got to point this out because it is what it is too. She was born in 1949. Like this isn't even for you no more. Like, I mean, I hope you want to use it, but that's not even a boomer, or is that a boomer? That's a boomer.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's boomer talk.
Like, come on, 1949. We're talking about internet money. Like, I'll just for now, I'm just gonna start saying the year of birth of internet money. Like, I appreciate the boomers who are involved in this space because I mean, in actuality, I mean, some help create it as far as the actual cryptography. So you can't do anything but appreciate them. But also, I mean, boy, a lot of them need to get the check, and this is crazy. This is crazy. 1949, talking about internet money and why it won't work. And on the heels of that, we also have two more people talking where it doesn't make sense. And that was that Michael Saylor and Elon Musk's North American Mining Council is all starting to make more sense here. Proposed New York Bitcoin mining ban watered down to allow green projects. That is right. New York senators have amended a proposal to ban all crypto mining for 3 years and are now seeking to only stop mining firms backed by carbon-based fuel sources. Again, slippery slope. What is going on with this story here?
Yeah, well, the attack on fungibility starts in New York as they're trying to ban crypto mining for 3 years to only have complying mining firms, carbon-based fuel sources. So basically what we're saying is there may be a time where there's clean Bitcoin and dirty Bitcoin, and then they may try and lose fungibility or take away fungibility based on that. I don't think this will work, but they're going to fight tooth and nail. New York Senate Bill 6486A sought to halt all crypto mining for 3 years in order to conduct environmental impact reviews. These reviews will be done by the same people who get funded by the banks in New York. So I guarantee you they're going to find stuff wrong and find that they were not using clean energy, even though Bitcoin's incentive is to use renewable energy. So this is, again, a non-starter, and it's just New York trying to push back. And their legislatures are on the take. So it is what it is. You just got to wait and see how it goes. But I think this will fall apart, sort of like the private blockchain initiatives a lot of people tried back in the day.
All right. Speaking of mining, El Salvador's president is back in the news as he wants to build volcano-powered crypto miners. Never thought I'd hear that one. I didn't even know this was a thing, but it looks like it actually is in Latin America, tapping volcanoes for energy in general. But now it looks like they're tapping them for energy mining. The president's now calling for a geothermal power company to make certain facilities available to Bitcoin miners. Like, that's the way you do it. There you go, President Nayib Bukele. In a Wednesday tweet from Bukele, the president said that he would be instructing Minera Gil, the president of the state-owned electrical company La Geo, to facilitate Bitcoin mining with very cheap, 100% clean, 100% renewable, zero emission is energy from the country's volcanoes. The firm operates only 2 geothermal power plants in El Salvador, based in the regions of a country I can't pronounce, Ahu Chapin, and Berlin, with announced plans to construct new facilities in San Vicente and Chinameca. I have no idea what these country names are. But again, shout out to the president for making this a real thing. Again, he said he wants Bitcoin to be legal tender. He signed it overnight, over the weekend, basically Monday night. And now he's also going further to say, hey, here's one way we can get Bitcoin mining going around one of our better renewable energy sources with volcanoes. So this is crazy to see. Again, this is a president making moves for his country when it comes to Bitcoin.
Yeah, and I hate the fact that people are sort of downplaying this news because the price isn't moving. People, who cares? We have an entire country about to mine Bitcoin with volcanoes. Like, we are pushing forward. I never would have saw this coming. And we're pushing forward at a record pace. And this is happening because they have a leader that doesn't sit and wait for the Congress to try and come up with something. They don't have a 49-page bill. They don't have to go through a bunch of different hands. So shout out to their leader, and of course the geothermal power, close to 644 megawatts. So currently tapping 31% of the current power generation available. And I love the fact that he's pushing the mining aspect, because that is the pushback against people like Elizabeth Warren. As soon as they say, oh, well, it's bad for the environment, here comes volcanic powering using renewable energy. So just more fuel for the fire for Bitcoiners. And I'm sure he's going to keep the laser eyes for good.
Crypto culture. What's up, Kenzie? Thank you for the tip. Smash the likes for We're Not Going to Take It. That is right. Roland Wisher said Volcano Mining Power LOL sounds more interesting than space mining. Listen, when I saw the story this morning, I put my head, I was like, God damn. As my coach used to say, I give you this a pat on the ass and you're crapping my hand. Like, come on, president of what does this country get? Oh, Salvador. When I saw the article this morning too, I was like, damn it, you about to lose everybody as soon as you got them. You are right, folks. That is crazy. Again, I even know you could do that through volcanoes, but I'm glad you could. But yeah, by and large, just the article itself, when you look at like build volcano power crypto miners, you have to remember, like most people are already like leery of crypto itself. You all add in volcano mining and they're just like, oh, all right, I'm done. This makes no sense at all. So yes, it's crazy. William Justice says geothermal is a no-brainer. There we go. Goodness said this is the same thing that can be done in Africa, harnessing solar energy for Bitcoin mining. Let's see. PF said, I'm from New York and they've been on some anti-crypto garbage for the longest. Yeah, that's that Wall Street right there talking to those regulators. And Curtis Nichols, what's going on? New listener to you guys, but been into crypto trading for a bit now. Well, welcome to the show. And of course, welcome to the chat box. All right. And yeah, on Sundays, we talk altcoins. We don't talk altcoins during the week for the most part. All right. Bosen's in the news. Bosen pays record $704,000 for Decentraland plot to create a virtual mall. What's going on with this virtual mall in Decentraland?
Oh man, so it seems as though if you haven't seen the metaverse space, one of the things you have to understand is long term, this isn't going anywhere, and a virtual mall is definitely a great push forward because we see museums, we've seen art districts, we've seen all of that, and the blockchain protocol, they paid a record $704,000 to create this virtual mall, and the retail space will allow players of their browser-based game to purchase digital assets that they can exchange for physical goods and services. So if you've never been in the metaverse, crypto voxels, Decentraland, the ability to go in there and in virtual time, buy NFTs, use them as digital assets on other plots of land, all of this stuff is great. So this was a huge, huge purchase. And it says here, for example, someone who purchases a handbag or pair of shoes as an NFT can exchange it for a real thing, which provides decentralized infrastructure via its blockchain protocol. And of course, it'll attract users from other Decentraland communities. So yeah, shout out to them. This purchase will actually probably be cheap in hindsight. I think that big companies will have a lot of promotion and commercials on these metaverses. So you have Coca-Cola and whoever else, Facebook, or whoever else promoting their stuff, $1 million, $10 million a pop. So it's $704,000. I think that's a good investment.
Yeah, that's it's pretty interesting to see, but it's becoming more of a reality. When people are dropping down $1 million to buy a digital mall, essentially, or $750,000 to buy a digital mall. We're definitely moving in the right direction. I know those people will want to see the return on their investment, so I can't wait to see how they build that out. Sergeant Crypto, thank you for the tip. The community better help with protecting this guy. Talking about El Salvador's president, he's got a big target on him right now. Yeah, that people are definitely paying attention to him for sure. Trek PFC Wills going on. So Decentraland has been making some real moves in the last few months. That is true. That is true. Let's see. Roland says Sandbox has been doing well. Yep, there's about 4 different ones out there right now. Yeah. So not a huge market, but it's competitive enough already. Let's see. Cassie said, I'm loving it. El Salvador, we about to make moves. All that capital tax goes out the window. I'm not worried about the price. It would do its thing in no time. There it is for sure. All right. Let's see. Coinbase coin stock. Got to talk about this before we end the show today. Hey, told you so, folks. It's crazy to actually see a rating investment bank now coming out to say it too. They could have came out and said it before they launched and looked like geniuses, but I guess they wanted to wait. Coinbase coin stock hit with underperform rating by investment bank Raymond James. According to Raymond James' definition, this stock will underperform its sector and should be sold. Also, was reported to you all by the gym and the crypto again before Coinbase even launched. This was like one of the most obvious ones to see. The bag was way overbought. I mean, they bought the bags. Everyone knows that. But again, Florida-based financial services company Raymond James initiated coverage of Coinbase's coin stock, giving it an underperform rating due to concerns that competition will drive the company's transaction-based profits, drive down the company's transaction-based products. Again, they gave it that underperform rating meaning that the stock is expected to underperform the S&P 500 or a sector over the next 6 to 12 months and should be so. And we don't see a structural barrier to entry here and therefore expect significant pricing degradation over time, with growth in non-transaction revenues hard pressed to offset this. O'Shaughnessy wrote, though the exchanges and I can't even say his words, O'Shaughnessy's words, hyper aggressively working to expand and diversify his sources of revenue, he sees price compression as inevitable. He talked about the trading fees, saying that they're notoriously high by industry standards already. Again, people, this is a ratings agency coming in saying Coinbase revenue is largely based on trading fees that are already notoriously high by industry standards. Yet we still have people in 2021 coming to our channel telling us about what they did on Coinbase, whatever amount of money. As we keep telling them, you're not even their customer, but you keep coming back to us saying, telling us what you're doing on Coinbase, but you're not even their customer. And a ratings agency knows that their trading fees are notoriously high by the industry standard. Point blank, people, if you're on Coinbase and you're using it like that, like you're you are a noob in
you are a super noob.
You're so new. So like literally, like, yeah, you're just that new in crypto, people. I was leaving it there to be polite. Like, well, yeah, I mean, you're kind of showing your own cards when you talk about you using Coinbase and you're doing whatever on Coinbase. And then again, you have a ratings agency even coming out of left field, like, y'all should probably be selling this company right here. And they're looking smart by doing it when the reality is like it was the most obvious sell move right after it was directly listed.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, we predicted Coinbase having an IPO in 2018. Then once they started the IPO, we predicted that the price would tank simply because I've always said this was their exit strategy. This was their way to give their investors money back. They could sell at the $380, $400 top, and then they could just let it fall because with Robinhood and Revolut and PayPal and who else? Venmo. I think PayPal is about to allow you to move your crypto off of the exchange. With all these bigger companies coming, they have way better products than Coinbase, and they have more of a robust institutional arm than Coinbase does. So I just saw it as an exit plan. And again, we're seeing that now. Shit, Raymond James could have paid us. Could have told you this information a year before it happened because yeah, this is a pretty obvious pump and dump, or at the time, because as soon as it came out, never had much faith in the project itself or the exchange itself, but definitely not the stock. So yeah, they said the fair market value should be approximately $95 per share. So yeah, $400 is way overblown. Hopefully nobody bought the top there because man, stay away from it.
Yeah, so Armstead's analytic, how do you on-ramp fiat without using Coinbase? Yeah, so Gemini, for one, is a better one to me than them. Their fees are also a little bit higher, but they do have better support for customers. I would say Cash App's is one of the best right now because you just buy it and send it away. And then, yeah, it's a few different on-ramps. So those are two good ones right there. Let's see. S1 Dub said there is no reason to trade on Coinbase. S1, that's what I'm saying. It's literally there's no one out there that can give me one good reason to trade on Coinbase. So I can tell you now, you can't say support because if you mess anything up, it's literally you being on your own. So I have no clue why people trade on Coinbase to this day, with the exception of them being new to crypto. We had a commenter the other day, like misunderstood what I said and was talking about Coinbase Pro. And this is like, the comment I was making about Coinbase Pro people is that they want high volume traders on there. They want people with big bankrolls on there. Not saying that you can't get on there with $1,000. I'm saying you are not the customer they want. And once they fulfill it with customers that they want, with the clients they want, they will boot you off with your $1,000. They be like, no, we trying to have a $10,000 bankroll. Once they got enough $10,000 people, they're gonna be like, hey, 25K to be over here. So it's what they want, to be clear about that.
Also the fees. I hate when people say Coinbase Pro is free. Nothing's free. The reason they let you trade for free, quote unquote, is so you can make more money. So that your fees cost more when you try to cash out. That's all that is. Nothing is free. They're just letting you trade as much as possible, just like Robinhood. So that when you try and move it, the fees they charge are exorbitant. So you make more money, they make more money. So why not?
And with Coinbase being public, you guys are like crazy if you don't think the data is being sold. Like you are insane. Like you are insane if you don't think Coinbase is selling data. So again, that doesn't make sense. P-Man Van said so many exchanges and decentralized platforms So why put a dime in the gang? Coinbase. Let's see. Yep. Curtis. So here's the thing. Curtis is asking about exchange apps, but again, you can also just use wallets. People, a lot of wallets you can trade in wallet, or you can just use your Trezor. I think even actually Trezor and Ledgers, Trezor, the newest Trezor, you can swap in apps. So you can use these wallets to actually swap your crypto. They're called cross-atomic swaps. They came out a few years ago. It was crazy because, you know, it was the rage on the technical side, but people really didn't acknowledge it on the regular side. But yes, you used to not be able to trade your cryptocurrencies in wallet, which is why Coinbase and all these other things were like the thing to go to. But you can now trade them in your wallet. You do not need to be in on an exchange. So yeah, let's see. Funk Vibes and Good Times said Tonga also talking to strike for legal tender application and could be the first in Polynesia. That would be amazing to see. S1 Dubs, this makes sense. I didn't realize it. Have you guys seen the steam water vapor consistently coming from those volcanoes through steam valves in El Salvador? Really impressive. See, that is why I didn't go to engineering, but that makes perfect sense when it's broken down like that. The steam coming from volcanoes, I do see where that power comes from. And yeah, it is an easy one.
Yeah, I watched that video today. It's beautiful.
Right. And last but not least, Rhett One Khan saying Elizabeth Warren has done a 180. As a professor, she rallied against the unfair practices of the banks and insurance companies. Now she's their attack dog in Congress. What gives? Listen, that paycheck is probably what is giving. I don't know what to say, but yes, this is why I say you can't really listen to these folks. You know, like you said, her way into Congress is different than how she's actually operating. And last but certainly not least, actually, I just saw a great comment. I can't remember who said it, but they was like Coinbase not listing things like Theta, but Dogecoin. But Dogecoin over a good project like Theta tells you everything you need to actually know about the platform. That's actually a good point. I mean, when you look at the projects, XRP, Dogecoin, they listed both those off the hypes when they were hyped. Even Bcash, they listed all three of those in the middle of their hype cycle. So yeah, if that does say a lot that Coinbase is listing like more hype coins, meme coins, than anything. All right. Other than that, that is a show for today. Do you have any news?
Nah, no new news for me today. Happy Thursday.
All right. Make sure you smash that like and share, and we